This podcast is brought to you by Podbean. Podbean is the easiest way to create your own podcast. We use Podbean to host WokeNFree. Download the free Podbean podcast app to start, record, and publish your very own podcast in minutes. Podbean provides everything you need to run your podcast, and you can record and publish episodes directly from the app on your phone.
Download the free Podbean app today. That's Podbean. Head on over to Podbean at www.podbean.com and use the code PODCAST21 for your first 30 days of podcast hosting for free. Check it out. Hi, it's Natasha.
And Khalil.
And we are the co-hosts of
WokeNFree.
Thank you for tuning in to our 233rd episode of WokeNFree. If you've been tuning in every week for WokeNFree Wednesday, you know that WokeNFree is all about being real and honest with each other and you. We talk about everything and anything important to us, you, the world, and nothing is off the table. This week, we are featuring a very special artist in the My Art, My Way conversation. Meet MRG. But before we go into our interview and conversation with MRG, we have a couple of things to cover. First, have you downloaded the episode on WokeNFree.com through the Podbean app? If not, please do so immediately. And then, of course, if you cannot download a new app on whatever device you catch podcasts on, then make sure you go to WokeNFree.com, go to the Listen tab, and then you can follow and subscribe to our show on iTunes, on TuneIn, Stitcher, Google Play. Please subscribe to our YouTube channel, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Spotify. It's a WokeNFree world. We're everywhere. Now, also on WokeNFree.com, you can click subscribe to follow the show. And on social, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, Pinterest, and LinkedIn at WokeNFree. And if you have 90 seconds, what you do, it's, the pandemic is still here. Please go to WokeNFree.com, go on the Listen tab, and then pick your platform of choice where you want to review the show. So before we get into our interview with MRG, who is this awesome rapper and hip hop artist? So MRG, which stands for Matthew Raymond Guzman, is a Dominican American hip hop artist from Queens, New York. Hello. Yeah. With his clever lyrics and melodic rap style, MRG, a former MLB prospect, is turning heads in the music and sports world with co-signs from industry players like XXL, Paper, and Mass Appeal, and multiple features in the much-hyped NBA 2K21. With a crisp, bilingual flow and slick production, fans have singled out tracks like Feels 2.0 and Kindness for Weakness as clear favorites. Now, without further ado, let's get into our conversation with MRG.
So before we start this conversation, we like to share a little bit about ourselves. Would you rather put your head in a lion's or crocodile's mouth?
Oof, would you rather put... Damn.
It's super random.
Yeah. A crocodile or a lion's head? Oh, man, I think... I want to say lions are more friendly. I could be completely wrong, but I feel like once the crocodile touches your head, it's a wrap. And then, when... I mean, you'll be freaking out for both because let's be real. We're talking about it one thing, but actually experiencing it. I mean, with a crocodile, well, I guess you could be on land too. I was thinking in water, but you technically could be on land because I know.
Yeah, they come after you on land too.
Yep.
I'm gonna go with a lion, but both are looking. I'm gonna go with a lion. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree with you, MRG. I think both are pretty terrifying, but I think I would have some chance with the lion versus the crocodile. I think there's something like really intense when they snap their mouth, and it's either the crocodile or the alligator. I can't remember, but they have a lot, and that's KJ getting exciting. Yeah, I think the lion you might possibly survive.
Because I was thinking like the crocodile, it's like you said, the crocodile or the alligator, they have like that, they have like a snap shut kind of feature where once they snap down, you can't even open them up. You have to like kill them to open their mouth up. Yeah. Compared to the lion, the lion's going to open his mouth up. Like once the lion thinks you're down or you're not a threat, it'll let go of you. But that crocodile, nope, it's going to hold on to you and it's going to like mess you up really good. The lion, you might have a chance. You might be able to survive after the lion gets you.
So all three.
I'm gonna go with the lion too. Just
fun,
that's
fun,
easier.
random.
Even though they're both bad, though, you're probably gonna die from both. But
probably
the lion gives you a slight chance. Chance to live in.
Well, to get the train back in on the track, we are so excited to have you, MRG, on the show. So first, can you share with WokeNFree Nation how you started your career as a hip hop artist?
For sure. I appreciate you guys having me. Originally, I was an athlete, specifically baseball. I played baseball since before I could walk. I was swinging a baseball bat. Just naturally, I enjoy sports, so I played basketball a lot as well growing up, football. Long story short, I tore my ACL playing football. It was like sophomore year. So tearing my ACL, I was sidelined for like 9 months. Being sidelined and not being able to play sports, which is pretty much all I knew. Like very life-changing. It was a big adjustment. I always grew around hip hop in my neighborhood and in the dugouts playing baseball, in the locker room playing football. So, the culture was always around me. The culture was always there. My boy had a rap group. So since I couldn't play sports for like 9 months, I was like, I always liked freestyling. I loved music, especially hip hop. So I ended up joining a rap group just as a way to get over the injury and kind of get my mind off of, because all the idle time I had, not being able to be on the court or be on the field. So I kind of like fell in love with it. Honestly, I felt like I fell out of love with baseball. And during that injury recovery period was when I fell in love with music. And then another long story short, one of my boys in the rap group, he was like the leader of the group. His family friend was actually like part of DMX's camp. And for his birthday, we took our rap group and we got to rap in DMX's studio. Just fast forward like a year and a half. I'm like a senior in high school. And we worked on our first song that was really done in the studio, because before we were just rapping in the basement. So we did our first song. It was in our Yonkers, actually. And the dude in DMX's camp, rest in peace, his name was ATG. He kind of pulled me to the side. He was like, yo, you got something, like, I want to work with you. I have this opportunity. And essentially it was to get on DMX's album.
Oh, wow.
And so we ended up doing the verse. Fast forward, I ended up doing a verse. It was actually a track called Hold the Line that Swiss Beats produced. At the time, they were finishing DMX's album, but he was locked up. So, I'm like, damn, I'm 18. I'm about to get on DMX's album potentially. Like, I'm not going to go to college. Like, I'm about to blow up right away. And at the same time, I'm still playing baseball, like doing my thing. And, I played baseball heavily, like travel baseball. I got some friends who are in the MLB, and, so I still was kind of torn between it. But long story short, DMX came back from jail, and then he did something. I can't remember, but he basically, as soon as he got out of jail, he got into more legal trouble. And because of that, the label, I can't remember what label exactly he was on, but the label kind of dropped him. He was like, yo, this dude is more of a legal bill than an artist. We do it in the terms of like profitability. So, it's funny. I always keep the contract on my phone just between the, for the potential track. I was supposed to get like, at the time, I thought it was a lot of money. I was supposed to get like $4,000, get flown down for the video, hotel paid for.
Yeah.
And back is nothing considering, such an artist like that with a budget. But that was kind of the moment where I was like, yo, I can actually do this for real, But everything happens for a reason. I was such a young artist. I was good at making verses, but I didn't really know how to make a song because I didn't really have songs out at the time. It was just with my group,
That makes sense.
But it fell through, and then I ended up going to school, and not that I got distracted, but I felt obligated to get my degree, and I had to do.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool.
All right. Being that there's so many folks that want to be rappers or they want to be in the entertainment industry, how do you distinguish yourself?
I think the passion, number one. I think a lot of people want to do it, but a lot of people want to do it for the wrong reasons, and sometimes you gotta go ahead first and realize like, okay, do I actually want to do this? Because there's so many obstacles, and being an athlete, the music game is so similar in terms of the chances of you making it.
Mm-hmm.
You're literally going against the whole world, especially nowadays with technology. Studios don't really exist. I record in my bedroom. I don't even go to the studio.
Cool.
Wow.
Like Billie Eilish and her brother, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Like, you'd be surprised. Studios are kind of prehistoric. I like to record by myself. I don't like to be in a studio with a lot of people. And, so I think the passion and the commitment, nobody makes it overnight. Like, it's kind of like the tip of the iceberg. People only see the tip of the iceberg. They don't see the 95% of the iceberg that's submerged underwater. So, I think as cliche as it sounds, it really is a marathon,
Absolutely. And when writing your lyrics, like how important is it to you, the potential impact you're having on those who are younger than you? So for instance, when artists curse or use the N-word, like what are your thoughts on that?
That's a good question. Because, half of the time I'm just a creative. Kids can watch movies. Kids got the internet.
Yep.
And they can pretty much Google anything out there. I think I definitely feel a sense of responsibility, but at the same time, I still want to keep it real to my scenario and kind of what I grew up around. And also, I don't really. I definitely feel a sense of responsibility in the sense that, like, I'm not gonna over exaggerate negativity just to get clicks and views. It's one thing if I'm actually out here robbing people and doing it. Then it's like, yo, this is my life. Like, you could take it. But if I'm, excuse my language, I don't know if we curse here, but if
you can, you can. We'll just bleep it later.
Or so I won't curse because I know that could be work. But if I'm over exaggerating for the sake of like trying to live a life then I'm putting violence out, then I think it's now being irresponsible, because it's like not only does it have an effect, but it's like I'm not even taking part in that. Like, why would I? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. And for those listening, there is a young person in the room who will not stop. He is a future podcaster, killing us.
Yeah, he's trying to jump on the mic.
It's outrageous, but no, that's a good answer. And I hear you. Yeah, you want to. It's good to hear that as an artist, you are thinking about the impact you're having. I don't know if every artist says that, but we hear you on. You still have to share your authentic truth, and you have to be real with yourself. So that makes sense.
Yeah, because I think I think I make music for. I think most artists make music for themselves as a way to just vent and talk about their lives. So I'm not thinking about the kids initially, because I'm just thinking about my life and how to characterize it and how to talk about it. But, obviously, if I say something, I think initially I'm definitely not thinking right away for it, Yeah. My message off rip is pretty, I feel I just talk about inspiring stuff and stuff to get better. So I'm not coming off rip with like something crazy where,
Yeah,
absolutely.
What are the biggest challenges you face as an artist today then?
Biggest challenges, I think I want to hit the road. I see a lot of people. I think COVID definitely not being able to, clubs are shut down, especially in New York with the mandate. I just had a concert on January. What's today's date? I think it was like 2 Fridays ago. And, a lot of people couldn't come because they weren't either double vaccinated or they just naturally didn't want to, there was a lot of spikes in New York. So people didn't want to, take the chance of getting COVID. So I think the whole like climate of COVID is a challenge because, I want to head to the UK. The UK has been showing me a crazy amount of love. All these places I've never been is crazy. Like, show me the most love almost. And I think just COVID not being able to travel. I think another challenge is getting in contact with those, like setting up the logistics for a show.
Yeah.
being an independent artist and trying to host a show in a different city can be a challenge because nobody knows if you can actually bring those people out. You know, there's so many out here flooding the bookings email or whatever it is to set up a show. So
okay, that makes sense. And what would you say to date has been like the biggest success for you as an artist?
Oh, the biggest success. That's tough. Let me think. Luckily, I feel like I just keep growing and growing. And there hasn't been a point where it's like, I hit this milestone and now it's like kind of radio silent. I feel like, you know, I just hit 50K followers on Facebook, which was a nice thing.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. You know, my songs the streams just keep growing and growing. So I don't know, honestly. I don't think there's anything specific yet.
Okay.
Yeah, I think everything's just unraveling and exponentially, you know, growing. So I guess the 50K on Facebook is dope. So
far, yeah, absolutely. That's a huge accomplishment. Congratulations. Yeah, social media, again, trying to filter through the noise and all the good stuff. I mean, I found you through actually, I think one year, is it called a reel on Facebook? Yeah, I saw the one where things change, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I love this song!" I was like, "I have to have you on the show." So it was just so awesome that you like actually responded, and you're actually here. So yay! What would be one thing you wish you knew before jumping into this industry?
Oh, that's a good question. One thing I wish I knew. I guess that it takes longer than. Like, there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in this game. This is, you know, this is like, it's not, a lot of times it's not reality, like, honestly. Something I learned. There's a lot of stuff going behind the scenes that I'm now getting hip to. And yeah, just buckle up because it's really a roller coaster. There's no blueprint or set path or timeline for anybody. In the music game. Everybody has their own journey, and something I like to like follow templates and like, you know, but like sometimes what works for somebody else just doesn't work for you at all, you know, and you have to be okay with that. Because you might be like, oh, this worked for somebody. My music is fire. This is definitely gonna work for me, and then it doesn't work for you. You second guessing your whole existence in the music game. So just not everything. Certain things work for certain people.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any plans to like go on tour, or how does that work now that we're in this pandemic era?
Nah, for sure. So I definitely do have the plans. I think it's just the challenge of, like I was saying earlier, just getting in contact with these venues and just getting an official date set out. I think there's something to you know, I want to find a booking manager, which is basically the third party that kind of helps artists communicate with these venues, or vice versa. Venues get the artists, because, you know, I feel like I'm now at a level in my career when I can go to a random city and have people pop out. So I definitely want to plan this tour. It's just the challenges of COVID and just getting in contact with the venues, you know.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, for folks listening, how can WokeNFree Nation support you?
For sure. You know, you can get my music on all platforms. Search MRG. My biggest song right now is MRG Feels 2. Definitely go to my YouTube channel. Again, type MRG. I guess Feels 2. MRG is just 3 letters. It's just my initials. So sometimes it's it doesn't come up right away because there's so many other like people with the acronym, but it's nice because every day it gets more like the name carries more juice. So I'm noticing that, you know, it's starting to be the top search, which is dope. But yeah, definitely get me on YouTube. Follow me on Facebook at MRGNY Official, and then follow me at Instagram just at MRG.
Perfect. And I guess last question would be: is there anything else that you want to share with WokeNFree Nation?
I would like to share that this is my first it's my first online podcast, so it's an honor to
Woo!
Nice.
Yeah, that's the computer mic, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, nah, it's dope. This is a dope milestone itself, just to be able to share my journey with y'all. And you guys are doing your thing too. So, and you said Hollis, Queens?
Yeah,
Yes,
that's where I'm from.
That's
yeah.
where he's from. Yep.
I'm from Queens too. Are you guys
cool.
in Queens right now?
No, so we left New York over 2 years, going to be 3 years. We're in Arizona. We couldn't take that. We salute you for those dealing with the snow and the rain, all that good weather. Now we wanted sun and desert life. And if you've never been out here, please include that on your tour. It is so beautiful. Have you ever been to Arizona before?
Yeah, I've actually been to Tucson.
Nice.
Spiders.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been to Phoenix or no?
I haven't been to Phoenix.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely want to hit Arizona when I go to West Coast. So
Yes.
definitely.
Very, very cool. Any words of wisdom for those who want to get into industry, or things that like biggest lessons learned, any of that stuff?
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, just do it for yourself, because it can be a lonely game. People in any industry have ulterior motives, and not to be negative, but if you're not 100% on board or shaky about it, and sometimes you have to dive in to figure out if you're 100% on board. You got to go through adversity to come out on top. Don't be afraid of failure. Failure is necessary.
Yes, absolutely.
So yeah.
Love that. Oh, well, MRG, we are so honored to have you here, and thank you for sharing your story. This episode's going to be called My Art, My Way, and we just wanted to take an opportunity to give you love and support, and we hope everyone listening goes and follows you and subscribes to you and listens to all your music. Do you have new songs coming in the upcoming weeks, months?
I definitely do. So the reels, I noticed this on the side note, TikTok, I guess Facebook's been trying to get some competition with TikTok. So
yep,
they've been telling us to push reels, which is actually dope, because that's how you said you found me on the reel. So next month I'm gonna be dropping a bunch of reels from existing catalogs, snippets of new stuff.
Cool.
But the new song is coming out first week of March. So
nice. Can't wait. Yes. Well, we will be listening and supporting you and championing you. So thank you for everything, and keep doing your thing, sir.
For sure. Appreciate you. It was an honor. Lil, Natasha, thank you.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for coming on.
Thank you. Have a good rest of your day.
You too.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
We are at that time again. It looks like they're coming to the end of our 233rd episode, which KJ agrees of Woke and Free. This week, we had a wonderful conversation in the My Art, My Way, Meet MRG. So, Khalil, what do folks need to do now?
They know what to do. Come back next week for the new Woke and Free Wednesday episode. Make sure you follow us on social media to follow along in the conversation, and make sure you tune in next week for Woke and Free Wednesday to join the conversation at WokeNFree.com.
If you want to be a guest, if you are an artist and want to be featured in this series, then you've got to hit us up on our Contact Us page at WokeNFree.com. That's WokenFree.com. Now, again, on social, I shared all our handles, so you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, TikTok, LinkedIn, Pinterest at WokenFree. And then for all sponsorship or collaboration queries, hit us up on our Contact Us page at WokenFree.com.
If you didn't already subscribe, please do share the episode, and make sure you come back to join the conversation every Wednesday for Woke and Free Wednesdays. Remember, Woke and Free is more than a podcast. It is a way of life. Until next time.